Skippy here. Just wanted to bring you a little bit of the new game that everybody's going crazy about, and that is Scum. So I've been playing around with it, not for too long, got a few hours in the game already, and I just thought, you know, hey, let's go through how to craft, let's explain a bit of the ideas of the crafting menu, because if you're like me and you haven't followed the development of this game, you might not really understand exactly what's going on. So I thought I'd take an opportunity here and release a video, because I haven't released one in probably about 2 years, and try and jump on the Scum hype. So anyway, let's get into it. So right here you can see I've got quite a good, well geared up character. This was found, pretty much all of the stuff I found here was in the Porat military base. I'm now in the city of Porat itself, just to see if I could pick up some scrap metal and things, because I want to start learning different things of crafting. So if I look at the crafting menu, you can see here on the left hand side it tells you the recipe of the crafting. So here I've got the spaghetti bolognese open. It tells me what I need to have, so I need at least 1 bear steak, but I can use chicken meat, I can use deer steak, I can use dog steak, donkey steak, so there's a lot of options, duck meat, goat steak. You need pasta. There's no options to pick anything other than pasta, so cooked, prepared pasta, which is an option over here somewhere, I think here. It tells you what you need for pasta, plastic pot, cooker, etc. So majority of the stuff is, first off when I started the game I was like, okay, what does the colour coding mean? Why is this completely greyed out? Why are these completely greyed out with no colour at all and then lined through? So I thought I'd explain this bit first, and then we'll just do, you know, a little bit of simple crafting from there. We'll make a bit of a skewer, put some meat on it. I've made a fire already, as you can see here. I've made a little improvised fire. Issue with the fire at the moment, just for everybody, if you're building a base or a little camp with the storage, is the improvised fire you cannot put out. Once you light it, it stays alight forever. No fuels needed. So let's go through crafting. So at the moment you see everything that is red is seen as you do not have the tools or any of the items to make these. So right now if I was to make a stone knife, in my inventory or my vicinity I do not have a single stone. Therefore the crafting tells me you don't have anything, so it's red. If it's yellow, it means that you have some items in your inventory, but not everything. So for me, you need scrap metal, one rag, 1 rope, and 1 small toolbox, 1 large toolbox, and obviously you can change the rope, the wire. I've also got some thread as well, so I could have used thread for this. Some normal rope, you know, you can look at the dirty rag, clean rags, different types of scrap metal you can use. But the point is you need metal, rags, rope, and a toolbox. So I don't have everything in my inventory for that, so if I was to make this knife, I would need to find from memory some rags. So if I look at my inventory right now, I don't have any rags because I have emergency bandages, but I literally have nothing that is a rag for me to make. So the yellow indication shows me that I don't have everything that I need to build. If I was to look at a skewer, for instance, which is down here, this tells me I need 3 long wooden sticks, or 3 small wooden sticks, and 1 knife. Now the knife isn't, you don't need like the N9 bayonet to make the skewer. You can use any knife, so hunting knife, I mean, what's this one, a scalpel, a scout, you know, there's so many different variants of knives, a Death Star, a stone axe, a big axe, you know, katana. You can make it with a lot, so just check what you've got, go through it, you'll be able to make it. So in this instance, you know, we have small wooden stick, and we have a knife. So we're able to craft that, and you can see that by this being fully coloured in, without any grey lines, for instance, like the spaghetti. And we have the highlight to craft the option. Once we craft, percentage menu loads up, and you're unable to do anything. So I'm unable to move, I'm unable to kind of bring out a gun or do anything. To exit this, you just press escape, and it cancels the action that you did. So just keep that in mind in case there is any puppets around and you're crafting. You know, you can kind of go out of the tab menu for inventory and you can move around with your camera, but you can't actually do anything. So if there's a puppet or a player nearby, you just need to hit the escape button as fast as you can, and then hit your quick action menu buttons, 1, 2, 0, to get out your guns. It's pretty simple to remember. So what we'll do now, we've got our meat skewer on the ground, which is here. We will get a bit of meat. So I have lovingly prepared a huge host of meat, as you can see here. and I'm just going to pick up 2 pieces of this meat. So my inventory is quite full. I'm just going to pick up 1 in my inventory and 1 in my hand. Now the best thing about this compared to, for instance, DayZ, you can climb things with stuff in your hands. Great move by Scum. So we've now got our fire, we've now got our skewer, but we don't have any meat on it. So to put the meat on the skewer, all you need to simply do is left control, click on the skewer and make that go red. Left click on the human steaks that you want to add to it, and then just right click on the skewer itself and craft a cooking skewer. Your percentage will go up, and you'll notice my fame points up in the top right corner will go up by 1 point. So 1 fame point for creating a meat skewer. So now we've created a meat skewer, and you'll notice that the meat skewer is to my right, although I was looking directly at the fire. Everything that gets built is built over your right shoulder. So I've stood this way, it's built to my right. So when I built the fire, I was stood this way, the fire was built to my right. So if you want to make a base, for instance, and you want to make a shelter, and you have a nice coverage, and this coverage is here, you need to stand facing basically to the right of the way that you want it to be. So if I want it to be here, where I'm stood, I need to step forward a bit and turn right, and then it will build directly to where my right is. Now it builds a little bit away from you. For instance, I stood here when we built the skewer, so a little gap between yourselves, but it's just really worth keeping that in mind for your storage boxes, for any campfires you're doing or anything like that, just to make sure that you've got yourself covered. So now we've made our meat skewer, we've got our raw human steak, and we have a fire. Now if we were to click on the meat and the skewer, we don't have an option to cook it. If we were to click on the fire, we don't have an option to cook. So again, it's the same thing, left control onto both things, make them highlight in red. Left control, right click onto the fire you've created and hit cook. The percentage will go round, it's quite quick, and you'll notice you get a good value of fame points for this. 2 per cook, so 1 to make, 2 per cook, so that's, 3 fame points every time you make a skewer. Now right now, you can additionally get a few more fame points by cooking your skewer again. Now the health on the skewer doesn't depreciate within the cooking time, so that's 2 cooks, still the full health. If I do 3 cooks, you'll notice it's still full health, and you'll notice I'm still going to get another 2 points for cooking my skewer, still full health. You can only cook this a limited amount of time before the skewer burns out, and it becomes unusable, so the health bar status just completely depreciates, and you have no options to eat. All you can do is pick it up and walk around. So because my metabolism is 38% on the stomach, I'm going to eat one of these pieces of meat and get ourselves up and running. I'll go through metabolism and the endurance and everything else in a later video, but right now I just want to get a quick how can you craft, how can I do this kind of video, and that should make everything easier. So if you aesthetically want your skewer to look good on your fire, you can pick the skewer up, turn to your right over the fire, and hope that you can figure out the distance of where you want it to be. So as my example of everything to the right, if we slowly move ourselves ever so slightly, we will eventually get that lovely look of the skewer on the meat on the fire. Now I think to make this perfect we need to step back a bit, place it down, it's just not having it sync up nicely. We'll do this. This is the 4th attempt, so let's stick with this. So it looks a bit more realistic now. So let's just give you an example of what happens when you overcook something. So 47% stomach, I'm just going to eat 1 more skewer, just so I'm full and I'm not hungry. Okay, so it goes back into your hands, drag it back out into the vicinity, 3 of 5, it's gone down in weight, but we're going to cook now. See the health again, it's still fine. Now I press control because I want to make sure they're highlighted, and like I say, I press control right click. You don't need to do control right click, you can just right click, but for sanity's sake I just keep hold of control so I know I've done the right thing, because otherwise you'll start clicking in between the two and you'll unselect one and select the other, and if you're in a hostile environment or you need a quick bit of food and you're clicking through and you're like, oh Jesus, I can't, why they're not selecting together, just keep hold of control and just click them to make sure that you're safe. So we've now cooked this for the 5th time. We keep getting 2 points every time we cook, so we'll keep doing this until you see the meat skewer completely die. So let's keep going. And cook again. So right now I think the devs need to fix this issue, because you can just basically farm points by cooking skewers. Sucks, right? But anyway, just want to show you what it looks like when it's gone. The health is now going. See, so one more. So I'm on 247 on points. One more, we'll cook this, and you'll notice that the health will be completely gone. It will give me the final 2 points. It doesn't give me any points, and it says action failed. Therefore, we've killed the skewer. So if we unselect everything, right click on the skewer, I now have no option to eat the remaining 3 meat on that skewer. So the skewer that we created had 2 pieces of meat. However, it splits it up to make smaller skewers, so it always has 5 of 5. So you've got 5 pieces to eat. So anyway, there's your quick how-to guide on crafting and understanding your colour coding. Red is you don't have what you need, yellow is you partially have what you need, and grey lined, greyed out colours you do not know how to do it. So that all comes down to your stats, and we will go deep in depth on your stats and your understanding of how your stats work and how your stomach works and how you use a bathroom in the next video. But for now, this was a quick how to craft. So when you're doing your shelters and your storage boxes, you know keep to your right is where it's going to build, and you know how to cook your meat and a sneaky way to get a few more extra points if you need them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate the time. Not been on for a while, but hopefully maybe Scum's going to bring back a few YouTube videos for the channel. Anyway, keep safe.